Welcome to Turtle WoW News with Vrograg. I'm your news anchor orc, Vrograg Fishlayer, here to bring you all the server news for the week of October 2nd, 2023. I am broadcasting from the north side of the Grey Main Wall, waiting for the moment the gates will swing open later today for the server with 1.17. Today is a special broadcast. It is the eve before a patch drops. We'll have a few new items not directly related to the patch, our last market watch of 1.16, and something a little special I've prepared for Patch Eve. But first, let's get to the top stories. There is one big story that will dominate headline sections today, and it was a post dropped by Accolix on Saturday at 9:45 p.m. with things that players need to know for tonight's patch release. First and foremost, tonight is a lengthy maintenance. This isn't like a normal server reset. This can easily last hours. The subtext for players should take from this is to be patient and not make plans for the night of the patch. Next is a general all points bulletin for hardcore players. The time right after a massive patch like 1.17 will be fraught with unintended bugs, server hiccups, and potential lag spikes. These are all dreaded things for the mortals of Azeroth. Essentially, this is server management putting hardcore characters on notice. Give the server some time to stabilize. Don't be a statistic. Be safe and good luck on your hardcore journey. 1.17 will have new raids, and with new raids come attunement quests. Those quests for the new raids will become available. However, the raids will not be available. This is a prudent move for guilds hoping to be the first to check out the new content and not to have to contend with server issues while raiding. The new content should become available on October 7th, this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Plan accordingly. As is tradition, following a patch, the Turtle WoW database will be unavailable, even for old content. This measure is taken to encourage players to discover everything for themselves without the aid of a database with all the server's new secrets. Plan accordingly, but the scheduled reopening of the custom database is set for October 24th. Related to this was a new twist on hiding new items. There will be a new server configuration that will prevent an item from even being shared without at least one person on the server having access to the item. This will likely slow down any data mining or people posting spoilers for some time. Turtle WoW is all about community and exploration, and to reinforce this, players will have to rely on one another for information and make discoveries about the new content on their own. Embrace the unknown, turtles. Beyond the Grey Main Wall is a new world. The update will, of course, also give players new data files. As part of this, players are encouraged to save any important custom modifications to their game, especially if it's saved in the data folder. Also, those using the high definition patch won't need to save their files because in order to have HD in 1.17, you will need a separate new version. The final note of this massive announcement post deserves much more attention as it speaks of impactful changes coming to the world of PvP. It isn't just minor tweaks to a battleground. This starts with alterations in how honor decay works, a long sought after thing for the rankers of Turtle WoW. The changes are laid out in three main points. First, rank changes. As of the opening of 1.17, ranks will no longer decay lower than what was required to get the rank. That means a person with High Warlord on the night of the patch should, in theory, remain a High Warlord. This can really be helpful for those not able to devote several weeks of their entire life to attain the highest ranks. The next 2 points within the PvP forum post are for changes that are planned but won't be in effect when the patch comes out, but are certainly worth being made aware of. Referred to as mercenaries, battlegrounds are planning to have a mechanic to allow cross-faction battlegrounds. This is to address empty slots in some battlegrounds, as well as to help balance teams. Turtle WoW EU is an older server, and naturally, there can be some large gear disparity. It looks like this change is to help close not just faction imbalance, but also gear imbalance. We'll certainly be watching this story as it unfolds. Last point on the PvP post was announcing that there will be further depth added to the PvP gear system. Though there is little known about what exactly this point could mean, it seems that the team wants to focus on more gear diversity and having it remain as a reliable avenue for PvP players to keep up with PvE players. Both Mercenaries and PvP gear changes will be coming out sometime in 1.17's lifespan, so stay tuned. That does it for the top story this week. Let's shift over to Market Watch to see exactly how crazy the market has gone with the patch just hours away. Welcome to Market Watch, Turtle WoW's #1 source for auction house information and market trends. All data shown here is gathered from our partner in data, wowauctions.com. Make sure to give them a visit for more market info. Before we start with our regular market analysis, we wanted to follow up with some changes made last week to some commonly sought after consumables that had the associated mobs' respawn rates increased, as a way to check if it is indeed having an impact on the market. Winterveil Firewater dropped in value by more than a gold in response to the Vrograg respawn rate being increased. Likewise, the ever-difficult Blasted Boar Lung from Blasted Land Boars had a similar market trend, also losing over a gold in value. It does seem that the respawns are having the desired effect of increasing supply of these items. Now back to the stocks we normally track. Black Lotus was slapped these last 2 weeks with a crazy 50% price hike, rising from the low 20s gold to rest just under 35. It is clear that these prices defy market norms, and given the alacrity of the price jumps, they are likely an aberration of extreme demand. Not much to report on Grom's Blood, remaining flat over the last 2 weeks with its normal 30% volatility. Recently, this price level has remained stable, even if it is a pale shadow of earlier in the year. While Cured Rugged Hide remained trending flat, this price did show some strong market dynamics recently. Don't let the current over 25 gold valuation fool you though. These prices are highly inflated historically. Whether they remain the market norm or will fall after the patch remains to be seen. Arcane Crystals steadily gained these last 2 weeks, adding another 15% onto its value, finishing around the low 40s of gold. Not much more can be said about this stock except to say the growth has remained unchecked since early July and shows no signs of slowing, climbing from 15 gold to 40 in about 4 months. Thunder Furies for everyone, I guess. Mooncloth remained calm amidst the market madness recently. In fact, it lost under 5%, sitting now in the upper 18s of gold. Though there has been some recent price leveling, it seems for now that the price will remain steadily below 20 gold. Though the recent graph for large brilliant shards is pretty zoomed in, it is undeniable that the enchanting commodity is lowering in value by about 5% in 2 weeks. It's crazy to think how this item has lost so much value since July, despite its nearly ubiquitous use in high-end enchantments, and still shows signs of further reduction. Stone Scale Eels started trending down in value, though not rapidly. There were a few price free falls, like the one on the 23rd, where it got as low as 18 silver per fish, and that is a sign of supply steadily flooding in. Still, this is nothing unusual for the steady up and down of the fish's regular prices. Taking a look at the S&V 7, Turtle WoW's only market index, we can see that Black Lotus's recent price hike influenced the market into a new record of 21 even. There remains a big population feeding into the market, making inflation a growing concern. 20% growth in a month is a troubling sign, but whether it's from a new patch hype or just general inflation, it'll be hard to say for a while. That's all we have for Market Watch today. Reminder that the market is still under a volatility warning until after the patch drops, and the new market trends can be deciphered. So invest well, and we'll see you next time. Let's go back to Vrograg over at the Greymane Wall. On Sunday, Turtle WoW news crew Obomsuan Tallgrass and the all-Shaman crew led by Shockwarden made server history by being the first group of all Shaman to clear Molten Core. If anyone is interested in watching the fun, unique challenges a raid like this entails, or just to hear voice chat go crazy when the Eye of Sulfuras dropped, then make sure to go watch the VOD, which will be linked in the description of the video. Congratulations on finally taming the Lord of Fire himself, Ragnaros. And thank you for all that participated in the raid or watched live for the event. That is all the news we have for today, but we're not done quite yet. While Shibiji the Exiled was writing the script for tonight, it occurred to her that all the players waiting for patch were much like children, eagerly awaiting Great Father Winter to come during Winterveil. So, as a thank you to the community, and in anticipation for the patch coming out soon, the network has provided something a little special. A reading of Patch Eve, performed by yours truly, for all you waiting by the campfire for the new patch to come. 'Twas the eve before patch, all was quiet in the guild house. Players burned with anticipation that nothing could douse. Consumables thoughtfully lined up with care, in the hopes that the patch wouldn't have a snare. Some took a break, heading off to their beds, with visions of Worgen and Dragon in their heads. When suddenly, in the main Discord, there was a ping. Players could sign in from New York to Beijing. Away to my login I flew in a flash. Fumbling keys I started to mash. In the soft pale light of my monitor's glow, there was an updater running much too slow. When what to my wondering eyes should appear, that I hit 100%, I yelled with a cheer. I saw in my Discord a team so lively and quick. They made this fine server brick by brick. The devs did things slowly, but steadily it came toward a proudly released new content by name. New quests, new dungeons, new gear and new raids, new crafts, class tweaks, and things for trades. We're the best WoW server and bring Blizzard to shame. Go forth, players, and have a ball. It is your game. I tried messaging this mysterious turtle for more. I didn't want much. Just give me some extra lore. And to my joy, I saw her reply back, slow and steady. Sorry, I have to go and get the next patch ready. That is all the news and poetry reading we have for now. Thank you all for watching. The channel just passed 2,000 subscribers. I wouldn't keep doing these were it not for all of the love and support I get from the community. There won't be a fish and chat this weekend, since yours truly will be unavailable to broadcast. Worry not though, we'll see how next week shapes up and help to keep you up to date on all the news. I need to go before a line to get into Gilneas starts. In the meantime, be good to one another, have fun, enjoy exploring the new patch, and as always remember, knowledge is the deadliest weapon.